Hi guys, in this video I wanted to show you my latest addition to the Haqqislam army that I've been building up. This is two sets of two remotes that I've bought. So what are they? Basically they are the Haqqislam Remotes. So there's one box, it comes with two remotes, and there's four possible options that you can set them up as. But I'll go more into the configurations a little later on. So these kits were brilliant to put together. I mean, there's about 10 metal components to each individual one. If I just pick up this one, so the two legs are separate. The two front bits on the feet here that make them look a bit like chickens. They do really look like chickens, these guys. I absolutely love it. Those are separate. You've got this bit here comes separate because that's one of the optional bits, the same as this here. You've got the head, which is also the body, that's all one solid piece, and then you've got all these additional antennas that come on it as well. What's absolutely brilliant about this is that the bottom of the legs, I'm not sure if it's something they're going to be doing going forwards, but a lot of people, what they do is, when it comes to the normal miniatures, is they hack this. There's a solid piece of metal that usually goes in this slot, and they hack it down so it just leaves two pegs underneath where the feet are. And the reason they do that is so that they can drill holes in the base, and just like this, you can drill a hole in the base and then pop the metal peg through, and then that just makes it the sturdiest connection to the base that you're ever going to get, which is really helpful for resin bases. So this here is the Shihab. And there's just one of the many things, but another great thing is that because they're metal, it's something you forget when you've been playing with plastic and resin for so long, is that metal bends rather than snapping, and it doesn't go back to its original shape. So one of the things you can do is pose without having to break. So you just bend the legs into different positions. I'm not sure if this is coming up on this video, but all of these have slightly different leg positions. This one here, they're much closer together, even though they're exactly the same set of legs. We've got further apart, we've got leaning to one side, that sort of thing, which is absolutely brilliant. So I actually had a lot of fun putting these kits together. Excuse the paint job. I've basically slapped on the undercoat and then put on the first base colour. You're getting an inkling here of, or are you getting an insight of how bad my painting is and how bad the steps are as I build them up, how messy it can be, especially on this guy here. It's just got the paint everywhere it shouldn't be. That's kind of funky though. So yeah, so the different configurations. Right, I'll start off with well, this guy is one of the most simple ones. So this one here is called a Shaitanaya, I believe, and what you get is a guided missile launcher. So basically this is a remote, can move fairly fast, hasn't got much armour, so it's basically just as resilient as a normal troop, but it's got the guided missile launcher there. And what that can do is it basically needs somebody to do something called a forward observe, and once the model's been forward observed, it can launch a missile there without having to roll to hit. And that's basically it. It's there as a piece of artillery to sit in the back of your field and launch these missiles off when you have other models forward observe for you. So how do you forward observe? So it comes with this model here, and this is the Rafiq. And what this comes with is it comes with forward observe, it comes with a sensor, and it also comes with a little rifle there, so it can defend itself a little, whereas this one, really, unless you forward observe, can't really defend itself. It'll look better when it's painted up. And that's it really, those are the only additional parts on here. But what the sensor means, that's an important one. Sensor can discover camo targets within an 8-inch radius. So if I'm out in the middle and there's lots of mines and camo tokens, and I'm not sure which ones are mines and which ones are camo tokens, I can run this guy in, do a discover, and it should, even if on the other side of a wall, it should reveal them. What it also can do is, when you've got the forward observer in conjunction with the sensor, is that you can also mark several targets all at once, as long as they're within 8 inches. So you can just do a forward observer sensor roll, and they're all marked, which is absolutely brilliant, because then you can lay waste to them with this guy. So that's important. Those two work together really well. Now the main reason I bought these remotes was for these guys. Now these are absolutely brilliant. So this configuration is called the Shihab. Now what you get is you get a heavy machine gun, so that's one of the heaviest guns in the game. And this doodad here I think is supposed to represent everything, so from the fact that it can lay mines to its 360 visor and all that sort of doodads. It's supposed to be some sort of sensor suite, I think. And what this remote can do is it can total reaction. So what that means is in a reaction you can fire all your bullets. So normally you can only react by shooting one bullet. So the HMG, even though it can fire 4 on your turn, can only fire 1 back in reaction. But this guy can fire 4, and it can fire it in all directions. So if you're trying to sneak up behind it, because in Infinity you have a front arc and a back arc, and you can only react to things in the front arc, except for if they're close to you and a few other special circumstances. But basically if they're not in your front arc, you're not shooting back. And this guy can shoot back. Not only can he shoot back, he can shoot back with all 4 bullets, and that's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, that's the main reason for this guy, and I bought 2 packs because I wanted the pieces, because it only comes with 1 in each. I wanted these 2 pieces to build 2 of them, because the Capu Calci, which is the sectorial that I plan on playing with, can take 2 of these bad boys, and that's a massive advantage. And that was it really. The last thing I wanted to do is mention the Wargame Trader site. I'll put a link probably at the bottom of the screen and also in the description, but basically brilliant guy. He does a lot for the Infinity community, but he also runs a store. He's got a load of cool features on his store as well, like if you're struggling to find how to build an army, he's got all sorts of resources to help you out with what's available, which of course is handy because he's trying to sell the stuff, but absolutely fantastic. I ordered 2 boxes, and there's a lot of places that sell Infinity, but they don't like to invest in it. So what you find is that most places only have one in stock of each miniature. So I found 2 stores. I bought from them both, one of them being the Wargame Trader, and lo and behold, Wargame Trader came. I ordered it basically late on the Friday, and it came Monday morning. I couldn't believe it. The other store later on in the week. I mean, that just shows you. That was absolutely brilliant. I was really pleased with the delivery time, and he's just a great guy to deal with. So if you're looking for any Infinity models, he also sells the Micro Art Studio tokens by themselves instead of having to buy packs, so that's absolutely fantastic as well. You can sort of pick and choose which ones you want, pick and mix if you will. So yeah, big shout out to Wargame Trader. And that's it really. So I just wanted to tell you guys about these guys. I'm really excited about getting them painted up and using them on the table. They're brilliant to look at, brilliant to model, and fantastic on the table. And that's it. Sorry again for the length of the video. My latest videos are tending to be fairly long. So yeah, still driving a lot of content through my Google+, Twitter and Facebook. They're all linked together, so they're all getting the same updates. So head on over there if you want to see any updates on how I'm painting these guys in between my videos. And that's it really. Stay well guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.